I find this to be quite inspiring, and also it works pretty well for me. Put aside $86. I guess we're 2 weeks behind, so I will see the pay cuts at the end of this month. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos, but I also do others like the one you're about to see. I thought we would do something a little bit different today. It is Sunday and I thought this would be a great time to share with you guys my bullet journal and how it keeps me on track with lots of different aspects of my life, including finances, goals, and just everyday stuff. So I have been using a bullet journal off and on for several years now, and in fact I used to have a channel prior to this one that I started in, I think it was like November of 2014, and I did a lot of bullet journaling on that channel. So when I started to use a happy planner, I really got away from it, and it's not because I didn't love it or because it didn't work for me. I just really liked using the happy planner, and I've learned now, I've kind of got this setup now where I know which planner helps me with which part of my life. So even though I primarily use a happy planner for my everyday planning, I still like to keep this bullet journal. I've been rediscovering it actually, but I like to keep it just for the list function. I'm a list maker, hashtag list maker is gonna list. You guys remember, maybe you don't, but there used to be challenges called list maker is gonna list and things like that, but I really like that component of it. So I'm gonna do a little flip through and I'm gonna show you the newest one that I ordered from Amazon. So I'm really excited about this. I had some Discover cash back, and you can use that directly. If you link your Discover card to your Amazon account, you can use it directly for purchases. And so I thought that I would get a new journal because I kind of changed around the way I've been using my bullet journal, and I thought that, you know, it might be nice to start fresh. So here is the one that I ordered. Now, right off the bat, it looks to be about the same size as the one that I'm using. This is a Leuchtturm 1917, and this one, yeah, it's about the same size. So it's pretty much covering it. Looks like it just looks like it's a little bit thicker, so it probably has some more pages. And it has a stencil, which is cute. I don't really use a lot of stenciling. I used to do all kinds of artwork in my old journals. So if you want a flip through of maybe one of my old ones, I would be happy to show you guys. This is called an Owl bullet journal. Let's see, 5mm dotted, or maybe that means 5.5. 160 pages, thick paper. Maybe it's the thickness of the paper that's adding the bulk to this, but it is a dot grid. So what I was looking for was one with some really, I didn't take this out of this package yet. I was looking for one with some really bright white paper, and I just seem to prefer that than to a cream colored paper. So this has a really nice feel to it. I do like it. All right, turn over. Oh, okay, so there's lots of, let's see what this is. Oh, look at that. All right, so this little belly band has some information on the inside. So that's nice if you want to kind of follow something when you're doing your spreads and stuff like that. So I like the gray color, first of all. It's really pretty. And okay, I love this right off the bat. First of all, I'm seeing how right here at one of the signature seams. So a signature is just a grouping of pages that's sewn in together. It's like a bundle of pages. So it looks like there's, if you can see here, I'll show you guys. If you can see here, all those little different segments or those little bundles of sewn in groupings are called signatures. So this has really, really nicely colored paper. And what I love is that the dots themselves are very light. I don't like when they're too dark because it kind of takes over your layout. So it kind of needs a little bit of help lying flat. in the middle of the signatures, but once you turn it, it's pretty nice. So I think I'm really gonna like this. And I like the mustard colored kind of bookmark ribbon that goes with the gray really nicely. So that's really pretty. So, okay, I will link this down below in case you guys are interested. This is pretty inexpensive. This one it runs about $19.99. And you can get this on Amazon, or like my local Barnes & Noble sells these, things like that. So I'll show you guys a little bit about how I'm using it. So as you can see, this paper, especially in the window, it's running very yellow. It's almost beyond a cream, and it's kind of leaning toward a yellow shade. So I think I'm going to enjoy this one much better just because of that. But let's open this up. I'll show you some of my layouts. This is just your typical calendar on 4 pages. There's 6 months, so 3, 3, and then I'll flip the page and you'll see 3 and 3 more. And I just have some birthdays plugged in here, and then the highlighted days are the weekends. This is a really popular spread for bullet journals and one that a lot of people do. I find it really helpful. You know, you can just kind of look back at it and at a glance see exactly what dates are falling on the weekends, and like I said, you can list important dates there. So here is just a typical calendar on 2 pages. I don't really use this too much, as you can see, because I use a happy planner, so I don't feel like I need to plug in a whole lot of information here. This is really just for almost like reference / decorative purposes. I really like creating layouts in my bullet journal. I'm not going to say that any of these are really original whatsoever, but as you can see, it's just kind of nice, and it adds kind of like a little calendar flair to your book. So I have all the months here, and they're all very much the same, except for maybe like the little flowers or leaves that are popping out of the notes section. But yeah, I have a calendar for each one. As you can see, like I said, nothing written on these really, just for reference purposes. So that's that. One thing that is new for me in this journal is a mood tracker. I never felt that there was any reason, for me at least, to do any type of mood tracker. I just thought, well, you're in the mood you're in and whatever, but I do think it's interesting to look back on it. And until I completed an entire month of this, I really didn't see the value. So I set this bullet journal up a long time ago, and then I started actually using it in June. So as you can see, this is my entire month of June and my moods, and I'm really kind of middle of the board when it comes to how I'm feeling day to day. But if you look at July, I've had a lot more down moods. And, you know, I think for this to work and for this to actually be of value to you, you have to be very honest about it. As you can see, I've had some 2 moods, or level 2 moods, and I haven't plugged in today's yet or anything like that. But this is really working for me. I love it. I like looking back on it. I like seeing it in this kind of graph style, and I don't know, I think I'll probably end up keeping this as a permanent feature moving forward. All right, so I created a July cleaning grid, and I do like using the book in this orientation. This is more of a landscape orientation. And I like using it this way because I think it just gives you more space and allows you to capture an entire month on one page. But this is kind of my tour list. And when I write small, my writing is really crazy, but I like to have it, you know, fit within the dot grid and things like that. So that's why it's so tiny. So this is my July cleaning. And then this is my June YouTube videos, my July YouTube videos, and I need to update this just a bit and just keeping track of what days I upload. This is a home mortgage payoff, and as you can see in 2020, I just kind of put it back at 110, even though I think we were below that. But here's where we are right now with our mortgage payoff. So as you can see the number there, and long way to go. So since our mortgage was a 30-year and we had refinanced a few years ago, it kind of put us back at our payments being mostly interest at this time. So you have several years where you're just paying on interest and your principal really doesn't come down very quickly. All right, so this is the rest of my mortgage payoff. I couldn't fit it on 2 pages. Here's some July financial goals. So I think that's really helpful. And then here is some listing for my weeks. So as you can see, I have a lot of July going on here. Here is July YouTube video ideas, actual YouTube videos that I've uploaded. I need to update this. Here's my sinking funds. I need to update this as well. I like seeing it on kind of like this little racetrack style, you know, and here's what my goals are for these. So I like coloring this in too. And I carry this with me. Recently I've been carrying it with me. It's a lot less cumbersome than taking like my happy planner to work. Since I've been back to work, I don't want to carry a heavy bag anymore. I'm just over that kind of. I say kind of because my bag is still heavy, but I just want to carry minimal items with me back and forth to work. And then here is my August financial goals page. I need to plug in my chores list. I changed around, you know, and have a hair there. I changed this around just a bit just to give myself some more breathing room for that. And then here are my August layouts. So they're very basic. I did not plug anything into these yet. Of course, we're not into August, but just a little bit of room just for a little bit of list making. That's all it is. So they all look the same for the weeks of August, and that's pretty much it. So here is my August mood tracker set up and ready to go. Like I said, I'm going to continue with that. And I'm also going to be doing a sleep tracker, and that is on the corner of all of these August weekly layouts. So as you can see, bedtime, and I go all the way to 4 a.m. because there is sometimes on the weekends where I find myself tossing and turning or waking up in the middle of the night and turning the TV back on. Well, let me just say, I really don't turn the TV off very often, but I'll start actively watching TV in the middle of the night, and it's just crazy. And I think it has a lot to do with my stress levels right now, which is why I'm really glad that I'm going to see somebody and I'm seeing my family doctor about my blood pressure. I really need to get myself back in tune and just on like a good schedule and things like that. So my bedtime has been crazy, which is why I, you know, allowed myself all the way till 4 a.m. sometimes. So we'll see. But that's pretty much as far as I went. Like I said, I started this and then I really didn't get into it because of quarantine, and I don't know, I just wasn't as motivated to use it. But now that I'm back with a daily routine Monday through Friday, and you know, just with more things going on, more things to keep track of, I find that this is really, really satisfying to use this again. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you, and I want to share this with you because what I might do is transfer some of this stuff into here. I'm really excited to use this, and I think it's going to be pretty inspirational to have a brand new book. And like I said, these bright white pages that I think just lend themselves to just being creative and using color how you want to. Sometimes, you know, using color on these more yellow pages didn't always look great. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But this is going to be a good project for me to migrate a lot of the information that's in here into here. So do I think that I'll do an entire yearly calendar at the beginning all over again? Probably not. I don't want to set myself up for that kind of thing, but I would like this to last me until the end of 2020. So we'll see how it goes. But I think as I get into this, I'm going to be doing a lot more list making as well. This is cute. I might try this out. It feels very thin, so I don't know, you know, how nice it will be to use, but I don't know, I might try it out maybe for like the little bullet circles or the little triangles, things like that. Yeah, we'll see. But anyways, I will link this down below, and you know what, I'll link one of these too. I've been using these several times during my bullet journal history, and actually let me see if I have one of my older. All right, this is one of my older ones, and this is just a Moleskine. And I really liked it because it had these fun dots on the front of it, but I was much more extra in this. You know, this is kind of bonkers, but some of these I didn't finish, some of them I did. I was cooking at home. Like I said, I had a lot of, let's see, this is from 2016, pack your lunch. So I highlighted all the days I packed my lunch. if you want a full flip through of this, but anyways, you can see that I was like, oh, with like the markers and the bold and everything, and I have kind of changed into a much more minimalist approach and layout, and for me that just feels better right now. Definitely not against doing lots of doodles and things like that. I'm a doodler, I'm not an artist by any means, but yeah, wow, 63 days until Halloween. I felt like that deserved its own spread. I don't know, I had fun with it, you know what I mean? Like, I had fun with it, and yeah, 30 days of letter writing. Wow. I had lots of challenges. I wanted to challenge myself, I guess, a little bit more. Some pen trials. I don't know. I really had fun with this though. But anyways, yeah, so you guys can see how maybe my style and my organization has evolved over the past 4 to 5 years. And like I said, this one is from 2016. So I've been doing this for a while. My index, yeah, 2016. Wow. Oh, this was my word of the year in my little hand-drawn mandala. This is how my, you know what, that's interesting. This is my year at a glance before. Looks like I started this one in July, and I swear I was doing it before this. I might have started this earlier this year, but my year at a glance, or my half year at a glance, really interesting how things have changed, because I went from this to this. And if I had to pick again, I would pick this 100 times over every time. I just think that it is more functional for my brain, my eyes, how I process information, how I take information in at a glance. I definitely prefer this. But anyway, yeah, so I will link these two down below. And as you can see, the Moleskine is a more narrow journal. And this is the one this was my go-to, you know, this brand and this style, the hardcover. But I'll see if I can link all 3 of these down below just in case you're interested. But yeah, that's it. I thought this would be a fun video to do, a little project share. And if you have any questions, of course, leave them down below. I love to hear your feedback. And if you enjoyed this video and would like to give it a thumbs up, that would be awesome. That helps my channel immensely. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Take care.